There are links to my Twitch, Twitter, Discord, as well as my tip video playlist below. So today, I'm going to try to help you and make you win more gunfights in Rainbow Six Siege. So, starting off with the very first tip, and the most important tip on this list. You need to have confidence in yourself. You're going to be put in situations in this game where it's going to be a 2vx or a 1vx situation that you need to start winning gunfights in order to win the round. And those situations are the most crucial to have confidence in. Now there's a difference here between wide swinging when you don't need to and peeking and having confidence when you need to. You can have confidence, yes, but it depends where you lay that confidence during the round and in situations. I used to have issues in this game and with my gun skill about trying to win clutch situations and lacking confidence and doubting myself before I peak. Don't ever second guess yourself. Always just try to progress and never look back. Just learn from the mistake, how you can improve, and move forward. Okay, moving on to the second tip. You need to have good recoil management in order to win gunfights. Yes, there are a lot of silvers and golds that can't really control recoil and just get one lucky bullet to hit the head, and that's how they get the kill. But in order to improve and win your 1v1 engagements, you have to have good recoil control. So, for example, a lot of people have issue with buck. So what I suggest you do is either hop into a custom game or T-Hunt. And what I did in order to get good recoil control on buck is every time I played T-Hunt, I would spray a good 3 to 5 mags at the wall, just so I learn the muscle memory and the recoil pattern. So as you can see, I haven't shot a single bullet out of the C8 and I haven't played today. So if I just sit here, I usually try to go 15 meters away from a wall, and you can see my recoil control is fairly decent. So just spend time, put the time and energy in to having good recoil control, and you'll find yourself winning a lot more gunfights and also having better gun skill. All right, moving on to the third tip. It applies to leaning and quick leaning. Now you might watch some YouTubers and streamers quick leaning corners and trying to look like a show off, but it's really not what they're trying to achieve. What they're trying to do is get intel on a player position or angle to give them a better chance at winning a gunfight. Now I'm not going to go super into depth with this, but I'll give you an example. So a lot of people like to hold the blue flank through the blue window right here. So if you're a roamer, if you're a Jaeger or whatever, and you're trying to rotate back sight downstairs, what you can do is you can come up to the door and just quick lean, get intel. Okay, I don't see anyone really here, so I can rotate down. That's the best way you can do it. Now, if you don't know how to quick lean or want to learn, I've already made a video on it. Again, my tip video playlist is below. I've made over 10 different tip videos, so I'm sure there's something in that playlist that could help you out. Okay, so moving on to tip number 4. You need to have good intel game in order to win more 1v1 engagements. So for example, this could go anywhere from a player position, if they're standing, crouch, prone, if they're holding an off angle, which I'm going to get into later, but for right now, let's focus on this. So let's just say I'm a maestro right now. I had an enemy engage me outside, and let's say that enemy was me as well. So there's 2 of me right now. You have me outside, and you have me, the maestro top rafters. So the attacker outside shot me, so they know I'm lit up a little bit. So what I would do as the attacker is I would be droning garage, I would be getting intel, and let's say I'm also entering the building at the same time. Let's just all say this is hypothetical and we're making this up. So there's a drone coming and there's also me coming behind the drone. So we know that we have a maestro top garage, which this area here is called R1. Some people call it T1. Doesn't really matter, but I'm on the first panel of the garage rafters, okay? They also know that I'm prone, as well as they know I'm at least under half HP because I got shot 2 to 3 times in a previous engagement. So they have all that intel. Now, most people would stop there, but what I'm going to tell you right now, sick. Okay, so we're back into the game as I was so rudely interrupted by the timer. So most people would stop at giving the position and the HP of the player. But what I'm about to tell you is there's more to that than just the player itself. So we know we have the maestro, which is me, top garage, R1 or T1, whatever you want to call it. But you can go a step further. You can also say there's a rotate default spot garage rafters. Now why this is important here on this map in specific is because you might have a lot of players either playing this area here in this corner, or you could have a player holding an angle from here to hold the garage push. Now this is also crucial information because in order for me to take that maestro and engage him and push up the garage stairs, I also need intel on the person either playing the cache desk or someone in the cache door cut, which is where this electrical box is at. So don't just stop at giving a call out on a player and all of that. You can give callouts on utility placement, rotation holes, whatever it may be. Intel game can be whatever you can think of that seems important in a certain moment. Okay, moving on to tip number 5. In order to increase your chances at winning more gunfights, it's best you hold off angles. Now, what is an off angle? Well, I'll give you an example right now. On Villa, this 90 corridor, a lot of people call this 90, in between top main stairs and red stairs. So, a lot of defenders like to play the head glitch here and hold top main stairs from here. And why this is a bad idea and why you shouldn't do it is because it's such an easy and common pre-fire spot. So what I do personally and what I think you should do is in this specific spot on Villa, you should either vault up on the desk, stand and hold this angle, or crouch, or do something besides holding the head glitch here. I'll see players sometimes open this up and hold an angle like this. That also works, but don't be predictable in your angles. Now, you could even go a step further in what I just said about holding an off angle. Now, what an off angle is, it's something like this, where it's not very expected and predictable. Now, you might get droned, and that should be an indication for you to make a rotate into a different spot. But if you don't get droned, and let's say someone wants to peek down this hallway, that gives you a better chance. Because when someone is peeking down this hallway, they're most likely going to be pre-aiming right there where I just showed. So if you're over here standing, they have to take their mouse cursor from there to here in order to react to you. And if you have half decent aim and a good gun, you should be able to win that gunfight. So it's all about being unpredictable and catching the attacker or the defender on surprise. Now this tip can apply to any map and any angle that is held. You have a lot of common angles on a lot of maps, so learn them and figure out how to be creative and catch your enemy on surprise. Moving on to tip number 6. You need to have good pre-aim in order to win gunfights. Now, I'm not going to go too into depth on this tip. I've just made a brand new guide and tip video on how to achieve great pre-aim. There will be a link in the description in the playlist for my tip videos. So, go show me some love. I put a lot of time and effort into these tip videos. I would appreciate the support, but I will say one thing about this pre-aim tip. Most of your gunfights are won by having good pre-aim. Now there is the exception of someone whiffing an entire mag and someone can just 180 them and one tap them or spray them down. There is the exception of that, but most of the time, someone with good pre-aim will win most of the gunfights. So we can apply this back to the Villa 90 angle that I was just talking about. Let's say I'm playing against an inexperienced player and they're holding the head glitch on the 90 desk. So what this allows me to do, this allows me to just peek like that and they're dead. As simple as that. I don't necessarily even have to have intel. This is such a common pre-fire spot. Anytime you play this map and you want to peek down this long hallway, you should pre-fire the spot every single round. And that's just that. Okay, moving on to the 7th and last tip on this list. This applies mainly to roaming, but you need to be unpredictable and mobile at all times if you can. Let's say I'm a defender right now and I have a drone on me, okay? Okay, so I know I've just been droned. I shoot the drone and then I try to rotate. By this point, you should assume that at least 4 players are going to try to come and kill you. So you have the option to rotate pretty much anywhere, but know or think that you're going to have to engage into someone by some point. So that is why pre-aiming is so strong and needed. Because if I'm a defender, I don't have a lot of intel in order for me to win the engagement that I most likely will be in. So that is why you need to have good pre-aim. Because if I'm a Jaeger here and I get droned, I shoot the drone, I try to rotate back down long haul. I could have a guy on main stairs, I could have a guy 90, it really doesn't matter. But I need to be able to pre-aim these spots in order to win my gunfights. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the tip video. If you did, consider subscribing and leaving a like. It is greatly appreciated. I put a lot of time, energy, and effort into these tip videos. I would appreciate the support. I stream on Twitch every single day. I would love to see you there. Again, I have over 10 different tip videos, so I am sure there is something in my playlist that could help you out. If you like my content, share it to a friend. I try to help you guys out the best that I can. There are links to my Twitch, Twitter, Discord down below. I appreciate your time and energy, and I will see you guys in the next video.